spaceship, and today, right now, I'm doing obviously a live stream, and I'll be talking about some things, and I will do that in the stream. And at the moment, I'll wait a little bit, maybe a few moments before I completely get into it. So basically, this week I have been doing good with these vlogs that I do, and also the garden has been doing well, and there's consistent amount of rain. It's all going fine with that. And also I've been keeping up with the trials. That's been interesting. Have a couple of different characters. Era, good to see you. I'm glad that you made it. So basically, with Steele, he was talking to the judge yesterday, right? Or perhaps I'd say maybe 2 days ago, technically. He was going and talking about the situation that occurred where, and this is the YSL trial where Jeffrey Williams is being accused of racketeering in the state of Georgia. And basically, this trial has been going on, and it just really seems like the state is corrupted. Hello, Mary, good to see you. The state is corrupted over there in Georgia, and also the judge seems to be in cahoots with them. And then a situation occurred the 2 days ago or whatever it was, which pretty recent, where Steele brought up an interesting question. He was asking there's a secret conversation in a chamber, like the Chamber of Secrets, no pun intended. My friend Shaza said that in the chat the other day, and he was not invited, nor was any of the defense. And I made a video about this, and I'll put out some shorts and I'll be talking about this for some time because it's the buzz that's going on, and I'm very interested in it, and it's interesting news. And so basically, the judge got very angry. Basically, what happened was he got very angry, and he said, who told you about this conversation? So there was the situation where you have, and was talking to, hello, Nag, good to see you, and everybody else. So basically, what occurred was he was getting very angry with Steele, and he said he wanted him to tell him who told him that, and Steele said, why didn't you tell me that about the situation? Hello from South Korea. Welcome. South Korea is a very cool place. Hello, Amy. And then what happened was the judge was very angry, and he was like, why wouldn't you tell me? And he said he would give him an opportunity to talk about it. And then what happened next was he went out, and right off the bat, he was saying that if he did not tell him, he would put him in contempt. So the judge would put him in contempt. So what that means is he would lock him up for simply not telling him who told the situation. Hello, Amanda, good to see you. And I think that was very triggering. And I was saying in the chat during the live stream, it was a very dark day for our republic. It really is. That these people go out and talk about, putting Steele over in jail, because he didn't tell him who told him about the secret meeting that was illegal. He should never have done something like that in the first place. And then I think that absolutely Steele did the right thing, and then the judge kept asking him, and he just held his ground. And I tell all of you, if you believe in something, you got to stand and hold your ground and fight for it. And I think that it's absolutely disgraceful what the judge did, and it just showed more and more of the corruption. Yes, invade Palestine. And then what happened was the chat was cheering him on, and then I took the video, and I have a video on my channel about the situation, how basically, how basically he took his jacket off, he took his tie off, and they brought him into the back where the jail is. And then what happened was he went out and went into the back, and then Miss Love, one of the corrupt DA, and then what happened next was, oh, Amanda, you see, sometimes they'll have a situation very well, and those that are trying to listen to what I'm trying to say, be patient, are jealous of my, lovely face and what I'm doing. So some people not have, they feel bad about themselves, and they should understand in their life they can do things and they can be successful, and they don't have to be like this. If they keep trying, they'll do very well. And yeah, it was buffering, Amanda. It was buffering. I don't know what was going on for a second. So I had to press the reconnect button. So anyway, hopefully there's some people still listening to what I say. And I'd rather not be too distracted about the trolls. And, just it is what it is. So you all could just block them out the chat. I would appreciate it, Amanda. So basically, so as I was saying, with Steele, the situation where he was put in the back for saying, for the freedom of speech. He was put in the back for saying, for the freedom of speech. He was put out, and because he's just trying to defend his client, and he wants to be involved in this situation about the trial to defend young thug Jeffrey Williams. And then Miss Love had him requested that he be brought back for the day. So he was in the jail, and then they brought him back out later on in the day. And then he got a whole brigade of attorneys. There's 25 of them that came and stood outside the courtroom in solidarity. Hello, Dylan. Good to see you. And also, basically, thank you, Cooper. So basically, as I was saying, when Steele went out and he came back in and he was talking about it, then the judge would give him an opportunity by the end of the day. If he didn't tell him what happened, he would go and lock him up for good. Thanks, Dylan. Hello, Primal. Good to see you. So, and then it was just so cool. Steele always stands up for his client, and he said he would die for Jeffrey Williams. He would die for Young Thug. And Young Thug, he's a rapper, and I think that in a lot of rap, you could have wise words in it, and there's artists that can do some really good things. They put some good lyrics in there, and also there's entertainment and stuff about the hood and things like that. So I think that it's really unfortunate, but everybody's talking about it, and then somebody that came from the Fannie Willis trial came in. Her name is Ashley Merchant. She came in and told the judge that he deserves to have a hearing, that Steele needs a hearing, and Steele needs to go and, have a bond set, and that the judge is a witness, and the judge was acting ridiculous, and she did excellent. She defended him very well, and they had 25 other ones they didn't let in. So the point is, Steele was held in contempt for an ex parte, for getting information about the trial where there's a secret meeting between the defense, the judge, and one of the witnesses without the knowledge of the defense, and this is, not what they're supposed to do. And, like we're all cheering for Steele. He's a hero. He's a gangster lawyer, and he always stood up for his client. And that just, as I said, like Churchill said, if you have enemies, it's good because it means you stood up for something. And all of you should know to stand up, no matter what the consequences. Stand up for what you believe. And Primal, I'm doing good. I am having a good evening, and I hope you are too. And it just shows a deep country. And then it's just absolutely cringe that these people, that that George is very corrupted and Lance is very corrupted. And I know there's a lot of trolls and stuff. Hello, Dylan. That's very nice of you. And I'm 26. And also, and I know there are some trolls in here. It may have been kind of difficult to... Hello, Ben. Good to see you. Thank you. And yes, as I said, I'll tell you my name in a moment. Yeah, so Steele was asking the judge about why was he not allowing him to know the situation where this meeting occurred without him or the defense knowing. The judge is very angry, and because he feels that he violated some rule really badly, so he wants to have him locked up and put in contempt if he doesn't say who it is. But he's not supposed to. It's good he held his ground. Many agree, attorneys and everybody, like along crime, they're saying the same thing. Everybody agrees that Steele did the right thing, and it just shows corruption. Like, you're not supposed to do, like, they could be influencing a witness to say something to fully orchestrate the trial a certain way. And it's absolutely, thank you, Dylan. It's absolutely, cringe what they were doing. It shows the evidence and proof that, as I said, this is what they did today. They showed Jeffrey Williams with the witness, okay? And they showed that making hand signs, which sometimes are gang signs, but they're just people just hanging out. Just pictures of them going like this. I think that it's just deplorable that the situation and like obviously the guy did it, and there's this other trial going on. We have this creep like Ted, this like someone that deletes people, and also he's on trial right now, and he obviously did it. And with the YSL, he didn't, Jeffrey Williams, he didn't do anything. The hand sign concern gets to be a bit much at times. Yeah, exactly. And like, say Tupac, he was a rapper, and rest in peace. And he rapped about things, but he was just doing it to talk. It's like being in a movie or being an actor. People are actually doing certain things, and I hope all of this cleared up, and this man gets freed. Both of them get freed, and so the Steele sentence. He's still in court. He's still in there, and he's still in the courtroom doing his thing, but he would, for 10 weekends, he would be incarcerated in the jail, and hopefully, they get the bond set, and he gets out of there. And also Ashley, she was speaking about a higher court would certainly see that this is nonsense. Thank you, Dylan. And also, my real name is Hansel. And, that's my name. It's a German name. And also, hello, SFM animator. Good to see you. And all the new people, I appreciate you all very much, and subscribing and engaging. I appreciate that. And trolls, I'm not that bad. I'm not a bad person. I'm just talking about different information, and if everybody gets along and shows each other respect, I think that would be a great thing. Yeah. So, and Steele, as I said, it's such a heroic thing to see. Like, you had warriors. Oh, really? I didn't know there was a snack named after me. Thank you. My grandma named me that. And also, basically, what happened? Yeah, thank you, Dylan. Welcome, Ben. Yeah, that's why I got a lot of mods in here, because that's why I made a bunch of people mods, because you get haters. Lil Wayne said it, and Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug, he respects Lil Wayne. He looks up to him. Lil Wayne said, "Some of us are lovers, but most of y'all are haters. I put up a wall, and they just wallpaper. Love or hate me, I stay hate free." You see, I memorized that, and that's a good lesson. That's a good life lesson. When you're dealing with haters and stuff. And yeah, just dude, this Chad, he took off his jacket and his tie, and he just, yeah, just like, you know, Churchill, these different people throughout history. Like, for instance, the Viking Ragnar, he went out and he said, he was sacrificed, and he well, he was sacrificed, he was executed, and he united the Viking nations. Also, when his son was nearly, deleted himself, and then he had all these arrows in him, but miraculously he was healed, and he was like half dead on a horse, and then they thought he was a ghost. His brothers that were betrayed him, and the Russians that came in, and then when he had an arrow shot into him, all these Viking tribes all over surrounding these enemies came in and destroyed them. So in like Leonidas and the Spartans, when the Persians came in and they annihilated Leonidas, but he was outnumbered. But he was one of the greatest. The Spartans were one of the greatest military groups of all time. And then what happened was they united all of Greece. And then in this situation with Steele, he was able to unite all of these probably judges too, and attorneys and people all over the place. And as I said, it's like and like Martin Luther King was talking in a speech about how he could understand if some totalitarian country like Russia or China or North Korea, they would do certain things. But well, congratulations, Dylan. That's cool. Hope you have a great summer. And I remember when I was in 7th grade, I remember when I was in grade school, that's when my friend and I, we talked about aliens and Planet 10, Planet 9, and some people think it's Planet 9. And also, well, that's cool. So back when I was in high school, that's when I got into aliens, and I used to talk to him, in the room and on the phone, and we talked about aliens and stuff like that. So that's really cool. I remember that, in 7th grade and grade school. Good memories. And also, it's good. So in this situation, what the judge did, he just dug his grave deeper, and he made Steele looking more like a hero. And it just and as I was saying a moment ago, like Martin Luther King was talking about how in those totalitarian countries they would do certain things, but you wouldn't expect in America they would do stuff like that. So I see in this situation with the Steele, with that trial, how he, I can understand North Korea or in Russia or China, they would do certain things like this. But in America, for a judge to put a defense attorney in contempt for not being invited to some secret meeting to be shady, to try to steer potentially a witness to say certain things, to frame an innocent rapper that didn't do anything criminal, is just an absolutely dark, disgraceful time in the Republic. Besides all the other things that are going on in the country, I think it's absolutely disgraceful what this judge did. I learned some new words, from all these trials. I learned about redacted from the judge, but as I said, he's really not acting right. And there's conspiracies about, the Young Thug trial, Jeffrey Williams, YSL. So if people don't know what I'm talking about, so there is this rapper and Young Thug, and he's being accused of racketeering, of doing some gang activity with some other people, but the state hasn't had any concrete proof or evidence to really, the burden of proof to prove that these people did anything. If it's there, it's there. If it isn't, it isn't. So the thought is that it's corrupted. They want to put this innocent person in prison for whatever reason, and there's corruption between the state, which is the judge, and also the DA, which is the prosecution at the state. And some people conspiracy theories are the judge and the DA, or there's some romantic things going on with them. That's some debate going on about that. But that's just conspiracy. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, Harry. So, oh yeah, exactly. And I saw it live. It was like, this is absolutely degenerate. It's like, he was just asking the questions, and Steele has stood up to this guy many times. And also, what he did was he said he'd die right now. He said he would do it right now. Yeah, of course, Harry, it was total BS. Absolutely. And also, with this situation, it's like, he was taking off his jacket and his tie, and he was just going, being put away. Then he brought him back out. And it was good that not Ashley Martin, I'm thinking of Martin as a name, but it's Ashley Merchant. Ashley Merchant, she did excellent defending him, and it was a surprise to see her. She was at the Fannie Willis trial. And all the 25 lawyers, and that was very deep for me to see, that these lawyers stood outside in solidarity for Steele. It's like a national tragedy, because this country was founded on, you had the right to a fair trial, even if you're a bad person, or if you're a good person, innocent or guilty, you got to have a fair trial. So we're not like, North Korea and these other countries, and it's just absolutely despicable. And, Georgia's corrupted in many different ways, in my opinion, certainly. And there's good parts of Georgia, though, but there's also, like, a lot of cringe over there. And he gets angry, the judge. It's like he gets real, like, emotional in his feelings and, over silly things. And it's like, the main problem is, why wasn't Steele invited? What are they trying to hide? Remember, like, when, like, some people will go and talk about, refuting different things. Oh, I'm in Louisiana. And so, basically, what happened was, you have this situation where, with Steele and them, with the court, you will have this corruption, and he exposed life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Exactly, Harry. Nice. And also, basically, the situation occurred where you have so many different people go out and talk about different things they don't like about the place, and they talk about all these things that are going on. And I think that people have to, stay united and not divided, because that's what they want to do. And with Steele, I'm glad that he stood up for his beliefs, and he stood up for his client, and we would all want a attorney like that. And also with Steele, I think that he certainly is. Okay. So this is what I'm trying to say. So with Steele, it's good he stood up for his beliefs. Any of us would want a client like that. And also, I think that, not a client, but an attorney like that. And then what I think is that he did the right thing, and hopefully he gets out of the situation. Like, he's seen by a higher court that he is not guilty of what he did, and he could not be in prison for all that time, and that this judge can be convicted of corruption. So that's my point about it. Harry says the judge wants to be the one to put YT away, no matter how he does it, but keeps making himself look stupid. Oh, absolutely. I totally agree. And also, I think that, he thinks that he's all special, the judge, he's doing the right thing, but he's doing the wrong thing. He's unjustly putting that guy away, for no reason. He's just doing absolutely the wrong thing. You know, and it was a very dark time in the chat. And as I said, Steele is a real cool dude. He's absolutely fantastic. And I think that people need to, take inspiration from that and be, aware of the situation. And I'm glad that Steele did what he did. Right. And also, I think that, it's good that he had those attorneys on his side. I think it's good that he did all that stuff. Yeah, thanks, Amanda. That's a good quote. Yeah, think great minds think alike. And in YSL, I think is just an innocent rap group, and Steele is one of the greatest attorneys of all time, and we would all want an attorney like that. All right. Yeah, and I'm glad, as I said, I'm glad to see the time where, this is being exposed in the news and media and things like that. All right. So that was all I want to say. It was about my rant about Steele, and I think he's an excellent attorney, and he did very good with what he did. And I am thankful for all that. And Sarah says, "What comes around goes around." Exactly. What comes around goes around, and I absolutely appreciate that. You know, and I absolutely think that. Let's see. All right, so I was just doing some things for a moment, but yeah, as I said, the garden's doing well and all, and I, did the rant about Steele. Okay. Let's see. Amanda says, "How was your day, alien? Looks like nice weather." You're welcome, Sarah, and thank you. It's absolutely very nice weather, and thank you, Harry. I'm glad that you liked it. And also, basically, my day went very well. I enjoyed watching the trials and stuff, and I spent some time outside and went to the garden. And one of the sunflowers are kind of, the head of it's getting so big, it's kind of drooping over. So it's pretty, it's pretty interesting. So yeah, I had a good day, and Amanda, I hope you had a good day too. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, Mary. All right. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There'll be a garden update. Yes, it's on tomorrow, and I'll update you all with more information about what's going on about that. Amanda said, "It's already my birthday by you, Alien 612 birthday live stream. I was excited to see you on." Oh, happy birthday, Amanda. Happy birthday. And also, yeah, lost track of days. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And also, I know, Amanda, happy birthday. I hope that you have an amazing day. Well, thank you, Harry. Thank you for the birthday wishes for Amanda. I'm about to end this thing shortly anyway, in a moment. All right. I like hearing the crickets. It's pretty cool. Amanda says, thank you. My mom asked, or I wanted to go eat later, but I don't know. Maybe Thai. Oh, yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds fun, Amanda. Yeah, the crickets are celebrating. Hmm. Yeah, and said Steele is certainly a blessing for that, for what he's doing for Jeffrey Williams. All right. Right. And also, Sarah, I just put out a video about the trial situation. I put out a video about it. You can go and check it out later. All right. All right. And as I said what I need to say about the rant, and thank you. All right. So we probably be ending it in a moment. So I just want to let you all know that I'm about to end it, and thank you all for attending this stream. See you all in the next one. All right. And I'll give you all a moment to say the good nights, whatever, before I close. Okay. Let's see. Anybody has anything else to say? Okay, Amanda. You too. You too, Amanda. And also Sarah. And also Sarah, hope that you've been having a nice day, and good day to you as well. Thank you. Have a good night, Alien. Mary, awesome work. Amanda, hugs. B-Day, girl. All right. And she says good night to Mary. All right. I'm glad that everybody is good night to each other. All right. Peace.